The new legislative session begins today, and one bill up for debate aims to tax electric vehicle owners in Florida.
That's right. Amanda's joining us now. Amanda, it's quite the conversation here about how EV users should pay to use the roads.
Yeah, it's definitely a source of debate for a lot of people. Well, Florida is, of course, one of the fastest growing states of electric vehicle owners. And now some people are questioning whether this bill is really trying to address the infrastructure issue or if this is just political.
As you would expect, it's got pretty much everything under the sun.
Bill Bortzfield is considered a connoisseur of electric vehicles.
So this is extra storage for you?
Yep. So where you'd have an engine normally.
He runs the website evrider.tv and owns 3 EVs himself.
How long have you been riding in EVs?
I got my first EV in 2014. It was a Zero SR, which is a motorcycle.
Not only does he say EVs perform better on the roads than gas cars, he also likes how they're better for the environment.
Carbon is probably the biggest challenge overall that our society faces right now. So the quicker we can move away from anything that's generating carbon emissions, the better in terms of environment and slowing global warming.
Now there's a proposed bill introduced by Republican lawmaker Ed Hooper of Clearwater that aims to tax EV owners like Bortzfield. In December, the Senate Transportation Committee backed a proposal that requires electric vehicle owners to pay $200 in registration fees. Plug-in hybrid owners would have a $50 fee, and owners of electric motorcycles would be charged $25.
Many people who own EVs say they lower their carbon footprint while also saving money on gas. They also say that this new bill wouldn't necessarily level the playing field.
Bortzfield believes EV users should pay by the mile like drivers of gas cars.
I don't think this bill is equitable because it doesn't tax people equally. So in other words, if you're a gasoline driver, you pay by the mile, whereas if you're an EV driver, you pay one flat fee for the year.
News4Jack's political analyst Rick Mullaney says this is an issue where both Democrats and Republicans share strong opinions.
And do you think that this is a culture war situation? Because there's been a lot of back and forth and talks when it comes to EVs and lowering the carbon footprint.
Two issues. One, there is a political divide on this issue. Certainly blue states versus red states when it comes to the transition to electric vehicles.
The other issue, Mullaney says, is the revenue problem of getting EV users to pay a tax like drivers of gas cars to help pay for road projects.
So over time, there's going to have to be determination as to what is the correct amount for a registration fee so that is more closely aligned with the usage of those roads and highways. So is that a precise number? No. Is it a fair number? We don't know yet. I suspect that number may shift over time.
What are your thoughts on it becoming political at this point?
Yeah, well, I don't think there's any question that there are politics involved. I mean, the fossil fuel lobby is very strong, and everybody has their own opinion about whether or not we need to move to EVs as our primary transportation source. So sure, you're going to, of course, see differences in opinion. But the bottom line is anybody that drives does need to help pay for the infrastructure that we all need.
And a similar bill aimed at putting extra fees on EVs and hybrids failed in 2021. This year's legislative session again starts today, which is, of course, January 9th. Jen, Vic?